Hey guys, it's O'Neal Gerald and you've landed on my channel and we're doing something that's brand new. We're doing a little segment on my channel that I'm calling Vocal Line of the Hour or VLOTH. VLOTH is basically a time where I take some time and I look at some singers and I look at some live stuff that they're doing. I'm looking at some studio stuff that they're doing and just a lot of the things that I've already been doing on this channel, but in its own little segment. So for this first VLOTH episode, we're talking about Tamar Braxton and her new song, My Man. The thing that I love about this song is that it's written in a part of Tamar's voice where her voice is able to blossom without her having to overextend in order for her to perform it live. I think that if she were to get hoarse and perform this song, that she would still be able to perform this song very well. And I think it's great in that, and it's also great because it is R&B in its most authentic form for me. It's not just that it's slow, but it's pensive, it's sensual. She's talking about a lot of sensitive things and heart issues and the emotions that are involved with it. And she's even emotively singing, and that's what we're going to be looking at when we're looking at these live performances of My Man. Now before we get into it, we just have to list a little bit of the strengths and the weaknesses with Tamar Braxton's voice. So what do we already know about Tamar Braxton? We know that her belts are bright and flexible. They have this brassy quality as described by vocal clinician and coach Delisa Hunter. We know that her runs are incredibly fast and well intonated, especially when she puts them in the back of her voice. And in a live setting, her authenticity gives her room to improvise in whatever she feels suits the song that she's singing. She goes for it. That doesn't mean that she always lands perfectly, but it means that she comes up with some great vocal lines. And part of this not landing perfectly has to do with the inconsistency that's in her vocal registration. She flips in between closed and open vowel shapes. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but when it does work, it's very attractive to the ear. And lastly, her lack of support for her voice allows her to get hoarse very quickly. And sometimes that might affect her when she's on tour. She might have a great performance and then a not so great performance because she's hoarse. So let's cut to the chase, get to the music, and just see exactly what she's doing that I like. So firstly, I'm really excited. Some of the things that she's doing live are exactly the way that she's doing them in the record, but hearing her do them live is just absolutely amazing, and it really shows the way that she uses vowel shapes to get around the emotions of what she's saying in the song. She says, da 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 lie. She hits an E flat 5 and then comes into this very husky, hear no story about my man. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse right now, but yeah, let's hear it. Yeah. Because the song is such a great place in Tamar's voice, Tamar's growling at about an E flat 5. It's not something that's out of her wheelhouse. She does E flat 5s very often, even when she's hoarse, and so it allows her to be fully open in the way that she's addressing the song, and she's not really risking anything or risking too much when she's growling those E flat 5s. So even when she's doing that, it gives it even more of a place for the emotions that she's bringing forth. And one of my favorite things about R&B, gospel, just different black genres is just the essence of ad-libbing. Ad-libbing is like one of my favorite things to do when I sing, and I love when people create awesome ad-libs, and Tamar Braxton is one of them. In the song, she has this one line that says and the way that she hits it, it's very on point, because Tamar, like every other singer or pop singer that's out there, has inflections with the way that she sings, but she hits it very on. So do-do-do-do-do, I'll show you. Yeah, I really like that, because it's not even just the fact that first of all, she's hitting it in a different way than she usually would, no inflection, do-do-do-do-do, but then on that C5 she has that vibrato that is just gorgeous, just fluttering right there. And another place where we hear that awesome vibrato is when she has this F5 that is going into the final ad-libs of the song. Let me just show you. Oh my gosh, it's so open, it's bright, and those are the belts that I'm talking about. Like, Tamar is just killing it. After she hits that F5, she gets into this very complex and fast run, and she took my man. Like, I'll show you. Oh yeah. And then the one part that you'll probably hear from me to talk about is her uh-ohs. It's actually a lot like something that I did in a prior vocal out. Well, it's not me that did it, but Beyonce did it, and I talked about it in my vocal analysis, where you have like these little inflections that are just like pulses, these little adjustments in the pitch to give you these pulses that are just like driving and driving. Beyonce did a little bit in my analysis of All Night, but here she's doing it, and she's doing many of them. In fact, let's count. Here's the setup. Okay, here we go. 22. 22. Again, this just goes to show what is able to come about when a song is written in a singer's comfortable range. Like, there's so much that Tamar is able to do because she not only has the freedom in terms of range, because she's not, you know, singing these Ariana Grande notes, but also there's space in the chorus. Like, if you really listen, all that's really happening in the chorus is my man, and like all she's doing is ad-libbing right over it. Like, it's actually really brilliant, and it sets the stage for Tamar to be able to showcase her ad-libbing talent and her creativity, her emotiveness, like her ability to just really get into a song. Like, she's even on the floor in the video. Now, a little trouble area that was happening was a little run that she did up into like the G5, A flat 5 range, and when she came back down, she ended up on a note that was slightly sharp. Let me show you. A little sharp, right? It was a little sharp, and also the run, in terms of vocal registration, it wasn't registered in the most open of shapes in her voice. Had she had a little bit more support, and she was more prepared for it, because remember, this is improvisation, and it's spontaneous improvisation. Like, she's just doing what comes to her brain. I don't think she was fully ready for that note. And to prove that Tamar Braxton is actually going for a lot of consistency in this era of her performing live, she actually posted a second video where she's doing the exact same ad-lib section. So let's kind of break that down a bit. There it is again. I just can't Tamar. And here's this run again. Very nice. $20. 31. 31. That was a little sharp again, but then she brings it back. And I love this line. My man. And then as vibrato on the end. Really good, Tamar. One of the best things about this new era for Tamar in terms of music and live performance is that I find that Tamar Braxton, like many other singers like Brandy, like Jasmine Sullivan, even Karen Clark Sheard, who I did like this analysis on or whatever, you can watch that if you want. She's very diverse in the way that she approaches her songs. She's really adamant on not doing something like the record, and not doing something like a prior performance that she's done. Even though she did like those uh-ohs the same way, she did it was 20 something and then 31. Like, she's not trying to do the exact same thing and bring the exact same product each and every time. Not just in energy of the way that she's delivering, but also her vocal performance and production. And that's why Tamar Braxton is someone that she's so interesting to dissect and to analyze, and that's why part of the reason why I love analyzing her. So this is just amazing stuff that's coming. I'm also very excited to hear her do a lot of the Calling All Lovers songs that she wasn't able to do because she was on The Real. Not just on The Real, but she was on The Real Dancing with the Stars, and then she got sick, and so she wasn't able to tour the way that she wanted to. So I'm really excited to hear like songs like Angels and Demons and Catfish, Catfish is actually a lot in the same range of the song. In fact, maybe even a little bit lower. I would love her to do that live. That brings us to the end of this vocal analysis, but that doesn't have to be the end of the conversation. You can tell me about things that you liked about Tamar Braxton's performance, and you can do that in the comments, and also subscribe to this channel, because this is the place where we think deeply to create art that changes the world. I actually have started a GoFundMe page to help fund my music, which includes my brand new single Counterfeits and Magic. I would like for you to help me out and just donate, just give there, so I can not just create new music, but also keep coming to you guys with great videos, because my laptop's kind of going right now, so I need to some help to just kind of propel into my next workstation. So please help me out. I'll see you guys later. Bye everyone.